Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States because the three branches of the federal government are located in Washington, D.C. The executive branch, the heart of the executive branch, is located in the White House, about a 1.9-mile walk down Pennsylvania Avenue will put you at the United States Capitol, the center of the legislative branch of the United States federal government, and about 0.2 miles, just right out back of the Capitol building, is the United States Supreme Court. And throughout the entire city are offices and tens of thousands of people who work for the United States federal government, mostly for the executive branch. The United States Capitol, with its famous dome, is the center of the legislative branch of the United States federal government. It is divided into two chambers, the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. The House and the Senate are considered equal chambers, though some consider the Senate to be a little bit more prestigious, and there's a few things that only the Senate are involved in, such as treaties and confirming presidential appointments, but by and large, they are considered co-equal government. In order for anything in the United States federal government to become law, both the House of Representatives and the United States Senate must vote yes. And then it goes on to the president for his or her approval as well. The debate in 1787 between the Virginia Plan and the New Jersey Plan was resolved through a compromise. They essentially did both. The House of Representatives is based on the Virginia Plan. How many representatives each state gets in the House depends on that state's population. Whereas the United States Senate, all states are equal. Every state gets 2 senators regardless of the population of the states. Let's look at some specific numbers. So today in 2019, there are a total of 435 men and women who serve in the House of Representatives and a total of 100 men and women who serve in the United States Senate. California, the most populated state in the Union, has approximately 39,780,000 residents. That results in California having 53 men and women serve California in the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. Wyoming is the least populated state in the Union, approximately 570,000, and they only have one representative that represents Wyoming in the House in Washington, D.C. Virginia, the population of Virginia is approximately 8,470,000, and Virginia has 11 men and women that represents Virginians in the House in Washington, D.C. And by contrast, California, Wyoming, and Virginia all have 2 senators that represent each of those states in the United States Senate in Washington, D.C. These are the 11 men and women that Virginians elected to represent them in the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C., at least until January 3rd, 2019. And Virginians elected Tim Kaine and Mark Warner to represent them in the United States Senate in Washington, D.C. Much more to come, but that is an overview.